My name is Nathaniel Lewis Jr., preferably Nate. My craft is photography. Born in Moreno Valley, California, and raised in Powder Springs, Georgia. I'm sorry, Powder Springs, Georgia. Small little town. Growing up, life was simple as we as adults wish it was nowadays. My father was in the military. My mother was an accountant. I have an older sister, and just no responsibilities. Chores here and there, but life was simple. Life was great, is what I'm getting at. Life was great. Life was great. I first realized I wanted to do photography back in high school. I had a buddy, he's a good friend of mine, my best friend, and he had his camera. It was a Canon Mark, Rebel EO5 Rebel XTI or something. But I was fascinated with that camera, and I would always follow him around. He took that camera everywhere, and everywhere he went, I went, and that camera went. And he would just capture some amazing photos. And from then, I guess the seed was planted. And I always wanted a camera of my own, but I never felt like I could keep up with it, that I'd be responsible for it. So I pretty much lived vicariously through him. And so all credit goes to my best friend. So that's when I figured I wanted to do photography. So I first got into photography, physically, me holding the camera. This was earlier this year in May, and immediately fell in love with it. I've always liked the idea of photography. I like to call it time sniping. Because you're really capturing a once in a lifetime moment. Every photo is a once in a lifetime moment, and you're capturing that, and you can never recreate that moment. Yes, I immediately fell in love with it. Especially the minute I held my own camera, when I purchased my own camera, because I've always felt like I've had an eye. Like I would always tell myself, I'd be driving down the street or walking home from school or whatever, and I'd be like, damn, that'd be a nice shot, and I would sit there and I would be in awe. I would just be in the moment with whatever I was looking at, and so I guess you could say that's when I fell in love with it. Photography for me is, again, I go back to capturing that moment. Sniping, taking that time snipe, taking a section out of life, a section out of your day, a section out of any moment that you can find, and make it beautiful. It's natural. There's natural beauty all around us every day, and I try to use my photography, one, as a little bit of therapy now, because I love being outdoors, love being out in nature. That's one thing that I found out about myself when I started photography. But I digress. Photography, it's capturing the moment, freezing time. I chose photography because it makes you stop and stare. It forces you to be patient. It forces you to spend time and sit with whatever you're experiencing. And that's what life is about. Whether you're going through a hard time or whether you're enjoying a great time, you always want to sit in that moment. So that's why photography. Photography has, I wouldn't say a profound impact, a minuscule impact, because again, it forces you to be patient, or not forces, teaches you patience. Absolutely. I'd love my photos, my photography, my skill to have an impact. Um, because I want my photos to bring, to kind of make you step back and really appreciate what's around you. And just, it's an eye opener to what is around you. Take a step outside, go take a walk, look up, see God's great creation, just look around, stop and stare. That's my motto when I'm going out on, small hikes or whenever, if I'm going on small hikes, I stop and stare. There we go. That way I can be ready to stay ready. I don't necessarily drive fast. I drive like I mean it. Okay, parking, press 1. Beef patty with jalapeno bacon, pimento cheese, raspberry chipotle sauce, and then the Elphaba coffee rubbed bean patty, black pepper bacon, Dr. Pepper barbecue, smoked Gouda, and frisee.
Ooh, it's French.
Oh, yeah, I guess. Oh, and Chuck Wagon mayo. Good old sugar burger. And so I haven't seen the original, but I've started watching the newer one. And then there are some other ones. I don't have the folder anymore. But our neighbors, they adopted a baby.
Aw.
Yeah, you can open those up. Yeah, you can open those up. They're a sweet potato supplier.
Good or bad?
They're still good, but not as good as the other suppliers. So I've been thinking about a photography name.
Like a brand name, like a business name, or like your name?
This is my name. Just so that when I do post them, nobody can steal them.
I was always like, can't say taught, I always heard, don't put a watermark until you get to like pro level. They said it makes it look very like amateurish. And I was like, interesting.
How do I protect my shit?
I agree. The way they said it was, nobody wants to steal your photos yet. And I was like, all right.
Shit, okay.
Fair enough.
Wow.
I don't know. I mean, it might change. It might have changed now.
When was that? You was like, it was last week. That was in the teacher's introduction. Morning class, my name is Mr. Johnson.
Yeah.
I just want to go out and I've been doing photography for 30 years of my life.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
I'm here to tell you that don't get that watermark because nobody wants your shit.
Like, oh, thank you, Mr. Johnson.
That was an icebreaker.
It's like, that's Professor Johnson to you.
Yeah.
But you just introduced yourself as Mr. Okay.
Ups and downs. Oh my goodness. You leave the lens cap on. You forget your memory cards. You leave extra battery at home. You miss the shot. Missing the shot, that is that is a pain that I am still trying to get over. I got some shots that I remember taking, and I don't have any physical proof of them because I left the lens cap on and the subject flew away or ran away.
Well, this is my view in the morning when I walk in.
The ups are when you get that shot, or when you take a shot and then you go home and you're in the editing process or you're looking at your photos and you realize you did get the shot and it comes out way better than you expected. I'm pretty early in my career, if you will, that I haven't had any issues to the point where I felt like I was gonna quit. But if I ever did, I feel like that would push me even harder and only make me better. I mean, that's with anything that comes in life. You need that adversity, you need some challenges that's gonna push you over the edge. Mama ain't raised no quitter, so ain't no quitting for me.
You'll come in through there, and then this is kind of where it starts. I want to say that these were all like seeds. Not, okay, maybe not all of them. Like the grasses, I'm sure they probably planted. But most of the other stuff is most likely seeded. It's way before my time.
And I guess it would take a little bit of planning and
Absolutely.
to get it to.
And this rock, I think this is the rock rose. They probably planted that too. But yep, every day I'll come. So Mondays we work on the BRIT. That's the BRIT building, the Botanic Research Institute of Texas. So I'll go that flower pot. That's
I see.
so that's the BRIT building. I'll work on everything BRIT building related. So like the vines going up the wall, the base of where the vines are, I'll work in that flower pot right there. Trim back, cut back, weed. So Mondays is BRIT days, and then Tuesday and Wednesday is anything pollinator pathway related. So again, weeding, mulching, deadheading, trimming back. Right now we're heavy in the trimming back and deadheading since it's cooling down. So we want to make it, still nice to look at. And,
Yeah, I think a lot of people are they just like me included, just kind of give up during winter time.
yeah,
kind
of let everything naturally.
Yeah.
No, we kind of cut everything back. And the closer we get to winter, the more aggressive we will be in our cutback. Man, you should see it in the spring, man. You'll be seeing hummingbirds and butterflies.
Yeah, see, that's when I'm like, I really want to come like with Janelle during the spring.
Gotta be quicker than that. You don't always get the shot.
That's part of the fun.
It is. I mentally got it.
Yeah.
I'll show you the weeds that took over. And I handpicked all that, man.
Damn. And mulched and everything?
And mulched it, put the pre-emergent down. Yeah, man, this is like my own little personal garden, man. We get field trippers. We get kids who come on field trips, and they put them on little scavenger hunts, and they'll have them, find a butterfly, find a moth, find a roly-poly, find the groundskeeper. So I always, I'll try to
hide in the bushes.
I'll try to hide. Like, do you see a groundskeeper? and I'll just be hiding. Obviously, they can see me, and I'll be hiding. Oh, hello, guys.
I create because I want people to see the world. If it's just in your backyard, because there are people out there that can't, you know. So I do this. You can say that I do this for them, because whatever the pictures that I post on my social medias, they'll be able to see that wherever they're at, and hopefully it might bring them a bit of happiness and a bit of joy. So I create not only for myself but the people around me as well. Absolutely, I would create if no one was around to see it, because it's for me. Above all else, it's for me. I do this for me. I do this for my happiness, my therapy, my sanity.
And this is the first path I worked on when I first got here. Weeding and cutting some of these back.
I was like, so
If we had did this last week, all these grasses right here, they were like growing out onto the pathway. So you would like have to, weed everything off and out. Come through and just like, just use my senses. We had some Mexican plums.
oh,
They're about yay big and they're purple. I'll just pick them right off the tree and snack on them. This is the triangle bed right here. We changed. I did a terrible job because literally everything that we've passed coming in and everything that you see, like my hand has touched it. Like whether it's we're doing a color change or we mulched it. So you see where the yellow vests are in each. So the one that's walking,
yeah,
and then the other one right here, standing right there.
yeah.
Did both of those beds. This one right here, did that. The Fort Worth Botanic sign before you get into the admission building, did the front and back of those. The entrance, there's 4 beds up there. No, 6 beds up there. Did all those. Let me show you this other picture. I got that one as I was blowing I just got done blowing out the parking lot and I just looked up and he was right there. Which way is Specs? Specs want a spirit, found a foods. It's all about you.
When I go out, I try not to. I try not to overthink the process or overthink my shoots. I go out with an open mind, and I just try to be ready for whatever might present itself. So I'm always, checking my settings. I kind of take note of where I'm walking. If I'm hearing a lot of birds in my environment, I'll turn up my shutter speed. If I'm in an area where it's flat land and I might see some cattle or some deer or whatever, then I'll turn the shutter speed down a little bit. But I always try to keep aware of my surroundings so I know what to shoot, or I know how to shoot what I'm looking for. Practice. I'll watch documentaries from time to time. National Geographic, by the way, has some great photography, photojournalist documentaries. But watching documentaries, doing a little bit of research here and there about how to get certain shots or what settings I need to be in for whatever environment I'm shooting in, whether it's an event or out in nature or just people in general, street photography, if you will. And just really learning on the fly, getting out there, shooting in good conditions, bad conditions, all kinds of weather. So I know what I can do, what I can't do. And then when I come home and look at the photos, however they come out, based off of however they came out is what I'll do research on. So, okay, well, how can I didn't catch this specific bird. So, I'll go home, research, and what settings I need to be for that specific bird or whatever terrain I might be shooting on. I do it to myself every time I sit down and watch like a nature documentary. My end all be all goal would to be like a wildlife photographer for National Geographic, or just being able to be in a remote tropical rainforest or something. Oh, if I have the opportunity to capture a toucan or an orangutan, somewhere like Costa Rica or the Amazon rainforest. If I can catch like some exotic animals, not catch them, but photograph some exotic animals, and just be in that environment, I could die happy that day. After I post my pictures, so everybody can see. Biggest obstacle is me. I will be the first one to tell you that I am lazy. Sometimes if I'm lazy, I'll grab the sprayer, the hose from outside.
Yeah.
Drag it inside and water.
Dude, that's genius.
I don't like being out often. I go to work, I come home, that's my thing. So I am my biggest obstacle. I need to get out there more, shoot more.
This is a variegated hibiscus.
What?
I don't know if you've ever seen. It's a variegated hibiscus.
I'm like, dude.
I don't know anything.
Does it flower and everything?
I'm hoping so. I saw it and I had to buy it.
Right?
I'll look it up and research later. and put myself in positions to where I'm seen,
So usually this
you know, or my photos are
monitoring
seen.
data is on my
So that way I can get to that rainforest. I can get, you know, to the Sahara Desert, you know, and photograph a cheetah or a lion.
way down here.
You know, that would be phenomenal. So it's me. I'm definitely my biggest obstacle. Success for me in photography means that I would have captured something that I wouldn't normally shoot, you know. So being in one of those documentaries that I watch, that David Attenborough is narrating, like, my goodness, that is, yes, that is success. To me, that is success. Ever seen a half moon monstera? So that's the lethal look. This new one that's coming in right here, it'll be half green and the other side will be white. This is a variegated philodendron tape. This is gonna be that.
But variegated.
But variegated.
What? Yeah.
Yeah. More mature. It's a little guy. This was an Alocasia venom, and I'm trying to save him. Well, I haven't been doing photography very long, but I'd say I'm starting to build a solid portfolio of the pictures that I do have. And if it were to come down to that day, I would hope that any of the photos that you have seen, that they would have sparked some kind of emotion. And encourage you, you know, to get outside and to stop and look and just be aware of your surroundings and what's around you. Because life is beautiful, it really is. And you take away everything that's going on in the world, and you know, you just take a stroll, a walk in a park, a nature preserve, and all that really just kind of melts away. So I would hope that if in the event of my journey, that you would remember me by my photos and how they made you feel. Everybody tells you to watch out for, you know, look both ways before you cross the street. They say, don't talk to strangers, take off that lens cap. And that's my biggest tip for you.